Call of Duty points are now in Infinite Warfare. If you want the best way to get free Call of Duty points, click the link down in the description, install the app, and start getting yourself some free Call of Duty points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. Today's video is going to be another episode of the epic weapons of Infinite Warfare. There is a lot of epic weapons in this game, and I'm covering the most important ones, and maybe eventually we'll get to the other ones, but this one is definitely very important. It is the ERAD SMG, and this is a really good gameplay I got with it. 68 kills in TDM I got today, and of course, Happy New Year to everyone watching this video. We're going to be talking about this epic variant, whether it's worth getting for 4,000 salvage, and everything you guys need to know about it. But first off, I'd ask if you guys could drop a like on this thing. That would be an awesome way to start at the new year. Also, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, and I want to let you guys know about this giveaway that I'm running because it runs out in a few days. It's basically a giveaway of an Elgato HD60S, which basically, I'll show it up on the screen. What Elgato is it's what I use to capture all of my gameplays. As most of you guys know, I play on PlayStation 4, or even when I was playing back on Xbox 360, I've always used Elgato to capture my gameplays, and honestly, doesn't really have many competitors nowadays. When I first started back in 2011, I used like an HD PVR, but then I think in 2012 or 2013, I switched to the Elgato, and it's really good because with this one, you don't have to keep all the big files on your computer. You can basically just drag back, get all the files, and it's by far the best way to capture your devices. Of course, I'm sponsored by them, and that's how I'm able to run this giveaway. And also, if you guys want all the info about the Elgato and about how to enter the giveaway, that is all down in the description below. So let's get right into this. We're talking about the ERAD Cerberus, and it's kind of weird how they have the Cerberus, which is the same name as a kill streak from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Of course, Call of Duty is known for reusing similar names with different things, which is really weird. But what this variant gives you, and we'll show the variant up on the screen right now, is it gives you Master Key, which this gun has an under barrel shotgun, and stability reduced recoil, which stacks with foregrip. Now, this variant is really weird. It's one of those sort of gimmick variants, but it also, or at least one of the perks that it has on it is a gimmick, and the other one is actually pretty good. And what I mean by a gimmick is this gun having an under barrel shotgun. I got, I think, 1 kill in this gameplay with a shotgun because the thing is fun to use. However, it's just not very practical, and it does take about, even if you're at close range, 2 to 3 shots to kill, and at long range you really have no chance with this underbarrel shotgun. In my opinion, one thing that Infinite Warfare did good was the variant system. They made the balancing pretty good, but as far as things like the Type 2 with the akimbo shotguns on the epic variant, and this epic variant where it turns into an underbarrel shotgun, those are definitely really weak in my opinion. I don't think it would be bad at all to make that variant a little bit better. I think the shotgun aspect of this gun is really cool, but honestly, if we're talking about practicality, there's really no situation where it would pay off to pull out the shotgun except in really, really close corridors, and I personally don't mind having that on my gun, but it's not something that I use very often. Another thing that this variant does, it does change the sights a little bit. I think it covers up a little bit more of the iron sights, which doesn't really make a difference. Most people probably won't even notice that. And the next one, stability, which gives you reduced recoil. Of course, that is going to be a positive here. The ERAD already has minimal recoil, but when you have a gun with minimal recoil that reduces the recoil, it's basically like you can expect to have absolutely no recoil, and that is definitely a plus with this gun. Now, like I said, this gameplay is really insane. 68 kills, which is close to 70 kills. I beat 70 kills once, but that was with the M1 Garand when it was one-shotting people. I didn't even realize how many kills I was at. I could have had a 70 kill game in TDM, which is obviously really insane, and 68 is really good. Playing on Holiday Genesis, of course, is a very popular map right now because it's the fastest way to level up and all that stuff, and it sucks they turn off double XP, but it is still pretty good. As far as this gun, is it worth the 4,000 salvage? I'll talk a little bit about what I think about the SMGs in this game and the variants. Now, I think that the SMGs, and one reason why the SMGs are a little bit more underpowered, is because it seems like their epic variants aren't as strong as the main variants, and especially with the ERAD and the UMP are known as the strongest SMGs in the game. And of course, the UMP, which is the MAC-TAV 45 classic weapon, there's absolutely zero variants for the classic weapon, so that one is pretty much out of question. And then the ERAD, which is probably the best SMG as that's, you know, put into Infinite Warfare, this variant is probably the best variant of that, but it doesn't really help you out that much, except for, you know, I do like how it customizes the sight a little bit. The underbarrel shotgun can be used in certain situations, but the reduced recoil is mainly the biggest helpful aspect of this gun, because because then you do not have to run a grip. And the best thing about the ERAD is that with this variant on, or even if you mess around with other variants, I really only run 2 attachments on this thing. I just run suppressor and quick draw because I don't have to worry about recoil. I don't have to worry about stock because it's an SMG. It has crazy stock. I don't have to worry about long barrel because I'm using an SMG and keeping people at close range. I don't have to worry about extended mags because I have the ghost and dexterity combo on this gun. And the cool thing about having only 2 attachments on your gun, and what this variant allows you to do, is when you have 2 attachments on your gun, it opens up an extra slot, which I personally use. Well, actually it opens up an extra 2 slots, because one for the wild card, of course, but I use those on adding 8 extra perks. So what I run on this class setup for this ERAD is really, really insane, because I have dexterity and ghost as my first perks, and then I have scavenger and hardline as my second perks, and then hardwired as my third perk, because hardwired is very useful for an SMG, and it basically just blocks out a bunch of stuff with this, you know, a bunch of ways that people can track you down. And that's definitely what I would say is the best part of having that, and that's the ERAD class setup that I use with this gun. And the best part about when you have scavenger on your class setup is you don't have to run the merc with the reactive armor as well as the man-at-arms. Like I said, that's my personal favorite combat rig to run, and that's because man-at-arms gives me that basically a huge amount of ammo where I don't have to worry about running out of ammo. But essentially when I have scavenger and I'm rushing with an SMG, ammo should not be a problem. I think it was a problem like once or twice when I was playing with this gun tonight, because usually you're going to be rushing, killing people, running over their bodies, picking up more ammo, and it shouldn't be that big of a problem. And that's where I choose to run my other favorite combat rig for when I run scavenger, which is going to be the warfighter, and I get to use the claw, which is absolutely deadly. I knew someone in the comment section the other day was telling me that the claw wasn't good at all, and I strongly disagree. I honestly don't know what they were talking about. The claw is deadly. I mean, look at this thing. It just, people have no chance against the claw. I'm sure everyone who gets killed by the claw absolutely rages at it, and everyone who gets killed with it just laughs their ass off, because the gun is freaking insane, or the combat rig payload weapon, whatever the official name of it is. And then of course I run ping with that, which ping is actually really useful nowadays because of the high amount of new players to the game for Christmas, and of course for the holiday seasons. People have been getting the game and playing the game a lot, and a lot of those new players don't really run ghost, and that's where ping really does strive. Ping has not been nerfed at all. The range is still super big. You guys can see whenever I kill people, and when you get a double kill, it just is absolutely insane. I got a double kill on Genesis, and it seemed like the thing covered the whole damn map with the ping, which of course you can't trust the ping 100% because ghost users are still out there. But if you can identify how many players are using ghost early in the match, that should not be a problem at all, and that's essentially what I like to run. So back to the original question, is this variant worth the 4,000 salvage? If you're a big fan of the ERAD, yes, but it's not one of those ones where you have to buy it. You know, usually these are my opinions on these variants. It's either don't buy it at all because the variant's trash, or it's buy it if you're a really big fan of the gun, or it's buy it if you're a casual fan of the gun, or just buy the variant because the variant is freaking overpowered. This variant is not freaking overpowered, but the gun is, and of course stacking with the variant is a deadly combo, and that's one thing I really do like about this gun. Now, of course, happy holidays to everyone who's watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'd appreciate if you guys could drop a like on this thing and could support me by, you know, subscribing to the channel and all that sort of stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, that Elgato giveaway, I believe I'm announcing the winner on January 5th. I just send over the winner to Elgato. They, you know, mail out the HD60S and all that sort of stuff. And like I said earlier, Elgato capture devices is what I'm sponsored by, and it is, you know, the best way to capture footage for anyone who's a current YouTuber or who wants to be a YouTuber. This is definitely the best move. I remember back when I started, I wanted to cheap out and get like an easy cap device and cap in 480p because that thing costed like $10, but I ended up going with the actual HD recorder, which did cost like $100 or something like that. But it was definitely the best decision I ever made, because, you know, growing on YouTube and becoming a YouTuber is hard enough as it is, and if your quality isn't up to standard, you at least need to have a 720p 30 quality, and that's usually what I rock with. It could go higher, but to be honest, there's not that big of a difference between 720p and 1080p. But of course, this device can do everything for you. It can do, you know, it's perfect for streaming. It can instantly record your live comms and all all that sort of stuff. You guys can check it out for yourselves if you really want to. But this video, of course, is about the ERAD. Like I said, a pretty cool variant, underbarrel shotgun. Please buff that in Infinity Ward. I would like to see that become a lot more useful, along with the Type 2 shotgun aspects. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Have a great New Year's, and I hope you guys had a good 2016, and we'll have an even better 2017. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for Cookie and Don't Lookie, and I'm out. Peace.